Hey guys, how's everybody doing today? Wonderful to see you all here today. All right. Questions. All right, so let's get to it. Look, you are not attracting what you want. You are attracting what you already have. So if you want the universe and everything to work out in your favor, you have to understand this fact. I'm going to repeat it again because a lot of you just joined in here. Okay. Whoa, you won big, Mark. I won big yesterday. Woo, congratulations. Yes, you can manifest anything, lottery, everything. It's all in the same game. So you are not attracting what you want, you're attracting what you already have. If you want to increase your manifestation, or if you want to get something to manifest, what you call faster, you have to increase your belief, your knowing, your expectation, with no doubt that it must come to you. That is the only way to manifest something if you want to increase the energy to manifest the stuff you want or the stuff you desire in your life. You got it? Good. The next one is your consciousness of who you are, of what you are, is totally different than what you are experiencing right now. You see, we're experiencing what we call the self. The self is more like a side effect of your authentic self. So your self is not you, my friends. You cannot be the self because there's nothing to be. There's no self to be. What the self is a collection of data, a collection of information, and the mind stores it and assimilates something, but it's not you. So you have to remember that. That's how potent and powerful you are. You are beyond the self. So stop taking the self so seriously. Stop being the self and start being what you are, which is the complete abundance of infinite energy to manifest. So check this out. Let me show you something. That everything and anything you desire is truly possible. All right. Let's say, best analogy I want to give you. Okay, remember back in the day when they had the black and white television, right? And it was only black and white. And when they were watching the TV, it was all they could see was black and white. Color wasn't invented on the television yet, so everything you see was black and white, right? So when everything is black and white now, and you're watching the TV, but probably in the 40s and 50s, your parents, whatever, they're watching the TV, da 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 da, and it's black and white. Now imagine you come in, and then you experience color. You've seen color, you've seen vivid colors. You have color television, you see color. But let's say you're back there with them, and you're explaining to them, someone who can only ever see black and white. That's all they could see is black and white, and you're trying to explain to them, look, this is what red looks like. This is what the color of blue feels like. This is what yellow looks like. And they may look at you like, huh? They cannot conceptualize. They cannot imagine what color is. It's not even in their conscious, not even in their realm. All they're seeing is black and white. But you've experienced color, right? But check this out. That's the same thing that's happened in other dimensions with your consciousness, with the infinite stuff that you can be, all the possibilities. They're there, but if you're not connected, you'll never be able to see it. Just like someone who's only seen black and white their whole life. Okay, I'll make it easier for you. Okay, we're in a three-dimensional world. So when you walk in, you see your shadow. Your shadow is two dimensions, right? So when you look down on your shadow, you can see the shadow, but you can't see the depth. You can't see other details of the shadow because the shadow is projection on 2D, but you're 3D. So let's look at your 3D self. In your 3D self, you can see all the details. But check this out. Our 3D self and our 3D reality is the shadow of a higher reality. So that's what's happening. Just like we can walk around and we look down and we see our shadow, our world is the shadow of a higher dimensions. So imagine something that's 5, 6, 7, 8 dimensions. We're just 3 dimensions. The reason why I'm saying this to you is because you have to have an understanding that in order for you to change your life, you have to think big. You have to go beyond the normal constraints of thinking. You have to see possibilities, man. And what I showed you is a fact in science. Now, science is now showing us that our consciousness and who we are, we go into other dimensions, and these dimensions are right in front of us, but they're what they call compactification. They're compactified dimensions that only your consciousness and your brain can stream. You see your brain? Your brain is sending signals right now, and your brain waves are going into these dimensions right now. All these dimensions. This is how you're able to remote view stuff. This is why you can sit here and you can remote view another country in real time. This is why you can sit here and you can use telepathy and communicate with someone and they call you. This is why you can see people call it the future. It's not the future. They call it premonition. This is why you can see stuff, because it's all happening now. Because some of this will leak in through coming. Sometimes you get a little leakage. It gets to you, and most of the time it goes back into those. It seeps into those higher dimensions. So that's what's happening. So imagine this. Your brain now is sending all this information, picking up all this stuff from these higher dimensions, right? But you got to remember. They can only be absorbed to your consciousness if you make yourself aware of the possibility of this type of thinking, or you open up to this type of field. The only way you can manifest anything in your life, people, is what your field presents to you, what your beliefs are, what your reality is. You'll only get whatever you get based on what you believe and expect to get. I gotta repeat that. You're going to only ever get what you believe and expect to get in your frame of thinking. Do you understand what I'm saying here? So imagine your frame of thinking is this way. This is all you're going to get. Imagine your frame of thinking is this. That's all you're going to get. This. You're going to get all of that. The majority of people's thinking is this. So they're going bing, bang, bing, bang, bing, bang. But once you become awakened, and your consciousness expands, your frame of thinking starts to go out like this. That's more stuff. Then it goes out more like this. Damn, that's a lot of more stuff. And it goes out, and then bam. Blessings start pouring up on you. Everything starts working out for you. This is what we have to do. We have to assimilate our thoughts to what we want and expect. Again, you don't manifest what you want. You manifest what you already have. You don't attract what you want. You attract what you already have. This is how the world is made up. You know, there is information out there that we have the wrong information about how society and the world works. You and I, they don't give us the correct information. We're on 2 different planes right now. They give you information for the matrix stuff. You got to get information for the universe stuff. That's correct. Monica, you manifest what you are, people. The only thing that exists is inner work. There's no such thing as outer work. The only time you experience outer work is the reflection from inner work. Think about that. So what you see outside right now has been blooming and manifesting from interior. It's inside out. It's not outside in. See how the matrix tricks us, right? Everything is outside. They don't tell you about the inside. Here we go. School for life. Got another school subscriber. Hey, yes. That's right. Everything is you. All right. Let me tell you something else that people have to understand. 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. That is the most crucial point in your success. All right, let me put it this way, because a lot of individuals you work. So whenever, okay, 3 to 4 hours before your bedtime. That will determine the life you experience. That's going to determine how much money you will make. It's going to determine whether you have love life. It's going to determine whether your health. It's going to determine everything. 3 to 4 hours before your bedtime will determine your life destiny. Someone asked me why. Let me tell you why. First of all, let me throw it out to you and see if you can get it. Whatever time your bedtime is, because people work different hours. So whatever time, 3 to 4 hours. The time from when you wind down, from when you come off work, and you're winding down to go to sleep. 3 to 4 hours. Can anyone tell me why? What happens with those 3 to 4 hours? Anyone knows? See, did you know this stuff? Did you guys know this? Did you guys know this stuff? No, it's not delta wave. Delta waves are when you're in a deep sleep state. It's okay. Let me explain to you what's happening. When you are working and you're doing your daily activities, your subconscious switches on to what we call autopilot. And then your conscious mind takes over. So your brain goes into what's called beta state. So it happens every day, all the time. From you get up in the morning, after 2 hours, your subconscious says, all right, I've done my work for the night. I'm going to switch to automatic program. I'm on autopilot. Hey, conscious mind, you can handle this shift for the next 12 hours. So your conscious mind says, all right, thanks, man. See you later. And he says, all right, let's go. And you're in beta state. Beta state is a conscious awareness state of logical thinking, and your work state is when you're just looking around and thinking and trying and all that stuff. Beta state is not the state that will give you success. Beta state is the state that will just keep you above water. It'll just give you just enough. Beta state will not make you manifest your dreams and your desires. It cannot happen in beta state. Beta state is the only state where you're just going to get by in your life. Following me? You understand what's going on? All right. So let's say you get off work, you get home. When the sun starts to set, it's going to trigger something in your brain. It's called your internal clock. The brain now sees, oh, it's getting dark. It must mean time for the brain to switch to a different state. Your body starts to feel it. Dusk starts to come in. Now the brain says, the conscious mind says, all right, I'm done. Okay, who's next? Subconscious says, all right, I'm back on shift. The mind now switches from beta, and now it starts to oscillate to go into alpha, and then it hits the theta. 3 to 4 hours. I just told you this. 3 to 4 hours. So imagine this. So you're home, and many of you have no idea this is going on. You don't even know that your brain just switched from beta to theta. You don't even know none of this stuff. You're there at home. What are your habits, man? What do you do the 3 to 4 hours before you go to bed? That will determine your success. Well, let me tell you what you do. Let me tell you what the majority of people do 3 to 4 hours before they go to sleep. They turn on their TV from the Matrix. They watch the news. They watch a program that has nothing to do with their success. They watch something. They talk to people. They think about what they don't want. They worry. And then they go to sleep. They look at their phones. They watch stuff on the Instagram, on the YouTube, on the TikTok that has nothing to do with manifesting their goals. They're watching other people's lives. They're watching other people's success. And then they get upset and mad and say, damn, why can't I do that? They get jealous and they get angry and says, man, look how this person making all this money. Look how this person manifested. Why am I not doing that stuff? That's what they do. 3 to 4 hours. They eat something else, which is not good to do 3 to 4 hours before bed. You should never be eating. but they go eat something 3 to 4 hours before. Your last meal should at least be 4 hours before you go to sleep. That's very crucial. That slows your brain down. It slows your metabolism. It slows the bacteria from manifesting. It creates resistance. It does a whole bunch of damage when you eat. If you eat 3 to 4 hours before bed, your last meal should be 4 hours before bedtime. They don't teach you that one. I have to do a video on that one. So what they do is, so they're doing all this stuff and then they go to sleep. And when you know what they do when they go to sleep? They have the TV on. They have the computer. They got their favorite music playing. Some of them, they're on the phone talking. They're on their phone scrolling until they fall asleep. Now listen carefully now and write this down, because what I'm about to reveal to you will shock you. If you're doing this, or you know anybody that is doing this, and I can guarantee you the majority of people are doing this, and I'm going to tell you what you should be doing. If you're doing this stuff, you will always repeat what you did within those 3 to 4 hours in your life as an experience. Your life will be filled with negativity, toxicity, limitation, gossip, lack, struggle. Because all of those things is what you're putting your brain to. Because here's what they don't teach you in school. Once your brain switches from beta to alpha it starts to reprogram. It starts to assimilate the subconscious. When the subconscious comes online, it starts to eat all that stuff up as a new program. Now repeat that. Once the subconscious comes online, it devours. Like, oh, good. All right, so what we're going to do? So tomorrow, okay, so you want to have more stress? Okay, you want to be more jealous of people? Okay, let's see. So you watch people that are getting success and you can't get it. Oh, so you want me to show you more why you can't get success? All right, I'm just going to tease you. I'm going to show you a lot of rich people and you can't get any because that's what you want. What else you want? Oh, man, you like jealousy? I'm going to make you jealous. Oh, man, look at that. Gossip? Okay. Limitation? All right, there's never enough. Got you. There's never enough for you. That's what you're going to get your whole life, your whole entire life until you depart and go into another dimension, come back reincarnated. It's going to happen all the time. All the time. So, few people know this secret. So if you're watching your Instagram and you're watching all these successful people and they're doing their thing, most of them are not going to tell you what they do 3 to 4 hours because they don't want it to be out. They don't want you to get their secrets so that you can do what they want to do. But I'm going to reveal to you right now for free what successful people do and to get what you want. What I do. That's how I won the lottery. What I continue to do to manifest. I'm going to show you right now what I do every night, 3 to 4 hours before my bedtime. I do this every night, and this is what everybody should be doing, and this will put your life on a trajectory. You'll skyrocket your income. You'll become a better boss, teacher, whatever you are, your business, your health, relationship, everything will come into your existence. Number one, the first thing you do 3 to 4 hours before bedtime is turn off the mainstream media. Do not watch anything on TV or your internet about what you don't want. Number two, turn on your TV or laptop and put it to only things that will inspire you to get what you want. If you want to own a business, you should be watching programs about how people manifest successful business. You want to manifest a lottery, you should be watching My Lottery Dream House channel, whatever. How My Lottery changed my life. My Lottery Dream House. Watch people win the lottery. So okay, you want to trade. That's what you should be doing. The next thing you should be doing is always have in the background of your house a subliminal that's playing in the background about manifesting, attracting, subconscious wealth. All of that should be playing behind that. The next thing you got to do when you're doing that now, you must now focus your thoughts on what it would look like to have what you want. Okay? And the last thing you do, when you go to bed, you should have a subliminal still playing in the background, and when you close your eyes and you fall asleep, you should be visualizing the lifestyle you want. That will change your entire life if you do that 3 to 4 hours every night. I guarantee you it. I wonder why they don't tell people this stuff. And I know why they don't tell you this stuff. They don't tell you this stuff because they don't want you to have the cheat code. They want to be able to have you under control. They want to have you as a contributor to society, as a worker, not a profiter. So this is why you will never hear this stuff. This is why the rich gets richer and the poor gets poorer. Because the rich keep the secret to themselves and the poor, they don't care about you. This is why I'm here to break the mold, to show you, to spread this information. Rich and wealth is different for everybody. One rich and one wealth is not the same for all. Your definition of wealth could just be to have a nice home and just be sustainable. That's great. Your definition of wealth is to have a big mansion, 5 cars. That's great. So I'm here to show you that this is what's happening right now as we speak. All those wealthy, successful, some of them will tell you this, some of them won't. But I'm telling it to you right now because it's not about the external world, my friends. It's about how the brain changes frequencies. Everything you get into your world comes from an invisible cord of energy. Not the world, the reality is an invisible world. It's a non-visible. It can't see it because your brain can't perceive it. There's more going on that you cannot see than more going on that you can see. What you can see is just a tiny fraction. The bigger world, the bigger stuff out there is you can never ever see it. I'll go back to my illustration I showed you about the black and white TV versus color. Imagine someone that's never seen color in their life. They only see black and white, and you come to them and you tell them, look, yeah, you know the color red, you know what that is? You ever seen the color blue, purple, green? They cannot fathom. They will never be able to fathom it. So everything will work out in your favor. The universe will take care of you if you adopt the 3 to 4 hour principle before bedtime. And the reason is, you see, people don't understand this, man. You don't operate in a physical world, friends. You operate on an energetic vibrational scale. You operate through brain frequencies that interact in different fields of information in different dimensions that are happening simultaneously in infinite realities as I speak to you. This is what you must do to change the game. If you adopt that mentality and you make your last 3 to 4 hours, the way I just described it to you, in 1 month, just 1 month, if you do that consistently, in 30 days, you will see a drastic change in your income, in your love, in your feelings, in your mood, in your health, in everything. Because all of that is controlled via the brain wave and the subconscious mind. And I'm gonna show you something deep. I'm just gonna put a little bit of seasoning on it to just show you how you're being played so deep and you don't even know it. And they know this, and this is why they don't tell you this stuff. So consider this. Have you ever heard the word prime time? You heard that, right? The major networks, the mainstream media, they put all their best shows on prime time. Prime time is between 6 to 10 p.m. So they put all their best programming to get you from 6 to 10 p.m. You know why they do that? Now you know why. Because they know that your brain is more susceptible and receptive to programming during those times. This is why they put all the big stuff 7 p.m., 8 p.m., 9 p.m., 10 p.m. From 7 to 10 is the prime. That's when all the major networks show their best programming. When they want to get you to do something, to buy something, to be something, to think something, they will put it in 6 to 10 p.m. because they know that your brain tunes down from beta to theta and your subconscious gobbles it up and you become a NPC. Now you have it. So when you hear the word prime time, it's not just because they do it, it's for a reason. And the next thing, people, nobody does anything without an agenda, a reason. Even me, I have an agenda. Nobody does anything without having a reason or an agenda. So don't walk around and think, oh, I wonder why they put that at 6 to 7. Oh, they're so nice. They want me to. No, they have an agenda. You have good agendas, you have bad agendas. Even me here talking to you, showing these videos, I have an agenda. You know what my agenda is? My agenda is to wake you up. That's why I'm here, to make you think, to make you see the possibilities, to make you aware so that you can change your life, you can self-develop yourself. That's my agenda. It makes me feel good when I see people change their life. It reciprocates back to me. That's my agenda. So even if you know I have an agenda, every single being has an agenda. You just got to figure out, I wonder what's their agenda. Okay, here's the big one. Unfortunately, guys, unfortunately, if you're in the matrix, which we are, the matrix agenda is not good for you. It's good for the matrix. So this is why the easiest way for you to create and manifest what you want, my friends, is to switch the channel. Because we do live in infinite realities, infinite universes. You have to switch the channel from the algorithm that the matrix is programming you from. So if the matrix is programming you, now you know, from fear, doubt, and worry, you switch the channel. How do you switch the channel? Through the brain, by only looking for information that supports your goals and your dreams. If you are someone that's on a self-development, manifesting journey, you should never be watching anything other than what you want to manifest. None of that should be on your news feed. No, you have to totally lock everything out. You should not be watching any news, any negative program. Only thing you should be watching every day is self-development talk, manifesting, science of the consciousness, quantum physics of how the universe changes thoughts. All of that, everything, that's all you should be watching. That's all you should be supporting yourself with, because your brain is going to gobble it up and it's going to create a new map of reality where you experience it. Let the matrix take its channel, you switch channels. That's how you manifest your destiny, my friends. And that's how the universe will always be on your side. I will check you out again. Bye-bye.